So we really got to talk about this terrible lack of empathy that we have as a society, which is the reason that we are speed running fascism just so quickly. I just walked back in from work and I saw a person outside not far from my building who was sitting in a rollator, who was like asleep, but like heavily asleep. Like I had to check and make sure that he was like breathing, and somehow was still staying in the rollator, but like clearly wasn't doing okay. And I, kind of like, I stopped to make sure he was breathing first, and then I walked on, and I kind of watched other people just walking by, and most people just sort of walked by without a second thought, and it it messed me up. And I feel like it's relevant to everything, like to the conversation we've been having about like whether or not you should be nice to a robot, and just continued C-19 denial and all of it. Like it all boils down to the fact that like you fascism isn't just the government, it's also the people. And we all seem to be looking for excuses. The first excuse we can get to drop empathy, to not care, to not be kind. And that's the first thing that we have to rewrite in our brains. And yes, I did go back out, and I asked him if he wanted anything, and I took him some bananas and whatever. And I considered not telling that story because I know that some people are going to be like, "Oh, do you think that makes you better than me because you like gave somebody a banana?" Like, because that's how y'all react sometimes when people talk about like some sort of community-minded thing that they've done that should just be a simple part of the day that folks mention. We should be way more embarrassed to be bragging about the vacations we're taking in a time where like most people in the world, like, even just an American that doesn't have that much money going on vacation is spending more money than a lot of people in the world see in their entire lifetimes. We're not embarrassed about that. But like if we do something nice for a neighbor, we're supposed to feel bad about that, or we're supposed to keep that a secret because like it's not virtuous to talk about. It's so backwards. Yo, I am not a pacifist. Like I don't if you know me in my day-to-day life, like the things that I would do to certain people in this world in a room with no cameras, like you would be horrified. But it's the paradox of tolerance, right? We are supposed to be endlessly tolerant and kind, except to those who are intolerant and unkind. And there is a casual, cruel lack of kindness that we have just as a society, like just in the way that we do everything. And I don't know how to square that circle, but I know it's something we got to think about.